They haven't actually been good at giving advice. Anyway, it's complicated, but we're gonna go ahead and introduce our panel here. What is your name, sir?
My name is Ion Man.
Okay, Ion Man, what makes you qualified to give us advice here?
I'm a freaking superhero. What do you think?
Is that your catch line? Because that scares people. Okay. What was your name, ma'am, sir?
I am Cleona, and I am a man. And I am a professional seancer.
Ooh, I've never met one of those before. All right, and what was your name?
I'm Joan, the marriage counselor.
And this kind of goes without saying, but what makes you qualified to give us advice here today?
I counsel people.
Okay. All right, so does anyone have a question out there that they've just always wanted? Right there, what was your question?
Can you get a pimple on your hands?
Can you get a pimple on your hand? I strangely wondered that once upon a time.
Well, I got a question for you first. Can I get a pimple on my hands, or can you get a pimple on your hands? What's the question?
I don't know that.
Because I can't. But normal people, like you, can.
Okay. Next up, it was Cleona, was it?
Cleona.
Okay, we have an interesting question for you, if you could just...
Well, I always believe you can learn best from the past, so I'm going to bring in the spirit of Ivana Avon, the one who created Avon. Dears, you cannot get pimples on your hands if you use our special pimple eliminating hand cream. Okay, that is your answer.
Maybe get some of that later.
Alright.
Well, you see, hands are very important because when you're holding hands, you're still making that connection. So you want to care for your hands so that you can care for your loved ones.
The answer is no. I think that's what we got tonight. Okay, anyone else with a question here? Anyone? No one has any questions. Yeah, right there in the back.
What is the best and fastest way to become rich and famous?
What is the best and fastest way to become rich and famous? I have a feeling that our Saionce master might have a good take on this.
Why, my dear, I don't even need to bring anyone back from the dead to tell you that. Become a seance master like myself. I am very rich and famous. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, doll face. All right, I found Rich and Famous. I don't really have an answer for you, but geez, this Coke is refreshing.
Okay, let's go with Joan here. She might have something for us.
Well, in my profession, the best way is to write a book. I have written several books on family and marriage, and yes, even intimacy. This is the fastest way in my profession to get known. You can also find my books at any local Barnes & Noble. Look for Joan, the marriage counselor.
Might I just remind our panel again that we're not allowed to be pushing our products on our show anymore, please. Never again. Okay, we won't ask you back, Joan, okay? Thank you. All right, one more question. Yes.
Who killed JFK?
Who killed JFK? Uh-oh. I'll start over here with Joan. We'll end up with Ion Man over here.
Well, you know, he was suffering from several relationship problems, and so I think his soul was slowly dying because of the lack of that intimacy from the others, and so he just, you know, couldn't live with himself, so someone did the courtesy of just ending his life for him. Okay, I have had
a conversation with John F. Kennedy in my car 2 seconds ago, and the answer may surprise you. It wasn't anyone you were thinking. He told me it was his old neighbor. Once he forgot to feed the cat and it passed away, and she decided that he must pass away as well.
Yes. I have only killed supervillains, never presidents. It was clearly his neighbor. Thank you.
Okay, and that's bad advice.